So today, before I start the video, I want to give a preface that I've given before, but in case you haven't watched previous videos, it's important we always give the warnings out before we view the product. Many of the statements I make on my 5D journey can be just opinions, options. I do not necessarily believe everything that I'm putting out. I'm giving people an opportunity to know what beliefs are out there so that you can go and have your own experience and search things out the way that's best for you. So the X to the Y, here it is today. X, what causes so much debate and uproar over people that have different spiritual beliefs? I'm going to give the Y. It's just a what if. Remember that. This is just me what ifing. I'm not saying I'm grounded here. I'm not saying you need to be grounded here. This is just an option. A lot of our day-to-day troubles come in and out of our lives through belief. Our I, our ego, tells us that we either A, can do something, or B, we can't do something. And then based on that, we have to move forward. Sometimes when people get overwhelmed with lots of stress, and they feel like they're not going to make it through, and this is a giant disaster, it's catastrophe, it's revelations happening right now, we turn to a higher power. God, Jesus, Buddha, angels, Mother Mary, whoever it is that you give your intention to, and we want them to bring in what it is that we're lacking right now, which ultimately is faith in ourselves. You know, when things are crashing down, there's no money in your bank and you got bills to pay, you have to have faith that it's going to work itself out. I think one of the reasons why people turn to a higher power is because of a lack of belief in themselves and their own capacity to move forward. So they turn to something else in the hopes that that thing, that person, that deity will give them faith. Now, that's an equation we just created, right? We're lacking something. We need to add something to that equation to add it all up together, right? I is the X minus Y, the problem, equals -1. I have a problem. I'm in the negative. Well, if we took out the Y, the lack, and we just had X, just ourselves, we would what? Have to either choose to have or not. I do believe I'm abundant. I do believe I'm happy. I do believe I'm prosperous. I do believe that this too that's happening shall pass. I've been broke before. I've been single before. I've had someone yell at me and I felt bad about myself before and I moved on. I am going to be okay. I think the center that happens is that we try to take that belief of the I and we try to put it into a book with all these rules. And if you do this, then you're going to get this. And in a different religion, you do that, and you're going to get that. And ultimately, the main goal of all religions is they teach love. You should love everything. Yourself, your neighbors, the trees, the buildings, the walk, the air, everything. We're supposed to love those things. And ultimately, we're trying to find peace and satisfaction and stillness and contentment by having everything fulfilled inside of our own mind, right? And so this is what I have to say today. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can make it through. You can go turn to someone if you want to, but in the end, if you're always going to someone else to get something and you're not creating it inside of yourself, then you never really have it. It's just something that's exterior. It's on the outside. It's a shallow. And I think that's one of the reasons why many people now, especially in my generation, the millennial generation, are turning from public religion. And it's because I can't seem, I'll take it all at me. I can't seem to find a place that I feel like I fit in without having to run into or deal with people that find the inherent need to tell me things that I'm doing wrong and how I'm not living the life they're living. I'm not living to my best, whatever, blah, blah, but we're all different. We all have different bests. And so public religion for me is just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. I'm a spiritualist. And so I'm going to leave you with this. This is a phrase by the Dalai Lama. I guess I could turn this and read it to you. You can just look at me. All religions share a common root, which is limitless compassion. They emphasize human improvement, love, respect for others, and compassion for the suffering of others. Insofar as love is essential in every religion, we could say that love is a universal religion. But the various techniques and methods for developing love differ widely between traditions. I don't think there could be ever just one single philosophy or one single religion, since there are so many different types of people with a range of tendencies and inclinations. It is quite fitting that there are differences between the religions. And the fact that there are so many different religions really just speaks to the religious path shows how, whoa, I should read all that again. And the fact that there are so many different descriptions of religious paths just shows how rich religion actually is. And so religion is rich altogether, but it's poor on its own. L to the fifth.